Good morning. Good morning. What's happening, family? Welcome to the show. It is Michelle Bryant. You're so ridiculous. It is Michelle Bryant
The push of a button.
here at WNOV 860 AM, 106.5 FM. You are listening to Say Something Real. And let me just say, so it's Christmas Eve.
Right.
Why am I not just shopping? And I'm talking about not like one or two things. Nigga, I don't have no groceries.
Yeah, you behind the 8 ball.
Be aware that there are a lot of stores that have abbreviated hours today.
I'm bumping up against 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So Miss Dorothy, me and Jermaine both gonna be pulling up at your house tomorrow. Because when I say, see this that take care of everybody else, so take care of yourself.
Did you heard what Miss Dorothy said when Jermaine said he was coming right? You heard
Yeah,
what
it was
she said?
crickets. It was crickets.
She said,
Baby. I ain't gonna answer my phone.
Oh, it was
You don't
crickets.
know where I live.
It was
No
crickets
how.
in that joint. I heard it. But you know, she ain't gonna do that for me. Cause I'm gonna walk in with a picture of Keon in front of me. She gonna let me in. Now if it's just
Come on
me,
in, baby.
she ain't let
Come
me
on
in.
in.
But if I got on a Keon hoodie, she gonna let me in.
And
She gonna let me in.
you know, Jermaine don't have to be alone. He's got places. At least one place I know for sure he can go.
Don't start. Do not start.
His mic is
Do not start.
He's ready to
Mute
get-
his mic right
push that
now.
button, man.
Right
At
now.
least
mute
one
his
place
mic.
for sure I know he can go.
You know what? I'll be like, yeah, at your mama
She got
house.
banana pudding and everything
At your mama house.
over there.
See?
Look,
See?
hey,
See?
I was just thinking about this morning. One of my cousins. So, you know, I was having a conversation late last night with somebody from my family. And we talking about how you always had that one family member, like you hated when they showed up because they was gonna show out and mess up the whole get together, or they were silly. Yeah, we only got one in our family. We only got one.
Oh no!
And so, yeah. But then you got that cousin that's
You
gonna
gotta have
show
that
up.
other one that they bounce off of every time. They always get into it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, you got that mix. You do,
Yeah.
because like, I feed into when my brother used to cut up. I used to be right on his head. Do something else. Do something else. Oh, the police ain't gonna be able to get here quick enough to save you.
Mhm.
Do something else. And so, one of my folks, we had a death in the family. So one of my folks comes and he says, because everybody looked like I thought you didn't get along with so and so and so. What you doing here? He said, because I heard Aunt Mamie was making banana pudding for the repast.
Wow, that's the only reason he showed up.
That's the only reason he came.
Wow,
Because
He wanted the pudding.
he came for the banana.
wow,
He came for the banana pudding at the repast.
that is that's terrible.
We was dying. The whole table just broke out. And he was serious as a heart attack. And he was going up to get the banana pudding. Oh man, we
I
was
think I'm gonna miss this banana pudding. Are
No
you
sir,
kidding me?
Bob.
I
No
was
sir.
like, I can't believe you told nobody that. Nah, I wasn't coming to this funeral. But they made me. I heard she was making banana pudding. I was like, you
Wow.
stupid. You are
That's terrible.
stupid. So let me do this because I didn't do it. Good morning to the bros. What's happening, Debo? How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm doing, Michelle.
You good?
You sent me somewhere that I want to think about some of the most trifling things I've seen at a funeral or what have you, them family get-togethers. Yeah, but I'm good. I just pray that everything goes smoothly on tomorrow.
So you good though? Because this you hosting tomorrow, right?
No, actually, my daughter.
Oh wait, what you host? Thanksgiving.
I usually do Christmas, but
Okay.
my children have stepped up.
Whoa. So you get to be
Yeah.
a guest?
So my daughter, she didn't want to do the traditional meal, so she's doing this big thing of gumbo. But I'm gonna take. Remember, I got the 2 smoked turkeys, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna take a smoked turkey to her house. I'm gonna take the ham. I'm gonna take the greens, and the wife's gonna make a cake. And my other daughter's making the macaroni and cheese. So we just all gonna converge at her house, and I'm cool with it.
Ain't that cool though? Because you
It
get to go
is.
home and don't have to clean up.
No,
like
we did my son's house last Christmas, and you know what I did? I slept on the couch the whole time I was there.
What?
Yeah. After I finished eating, I sat there, put my feet up, and
What?
went to sleep.
You didn't engage with the family, play
I see them all the
play
time.
games.
This was time that I could rest and just, just kick back. I didn't have to do, hey, put that down, stop that, get that baby. Why you got that? Because listen, my great granddaughter pulled my damn tree over.
I know, Debo. We heard about it. You talked about it so
I
bad.
haven't hosted
How
since.
she walked around with the light strings or whatever until she can't come back.
She 18, and I meant that. She ain't been back either.
No, you softened though. You said I think you had said you might let her come.
No, I ain't hosting it. But
so
look, that's how one way around it.
We heard little mama got busy.
Yeah. I ain't never seen. She did some shit.
What?
She was French.
What?
Yeah, she got at me that day.
Oh
Wait, she a baby, but her little brother, I took his bottle from him, and he took it back from me. This boy cock strong.
Oh yeah, you can tell he hot about this.
He's my great grandchildren.
Now what?
I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life.
So
she did.
Yeah, excuse my French. Sugar honey iced tea, I meant.
Yeah,
you took me there, Michelle. So
how I get in it? Look, somebody said apparently he's still mad.
Yeah, I think so. I think I might be a little perturbed.
He's still mad.
Yeah.
But look, normally it's safer to start with. I mean, I end with Debo because that's the safe place to get us back on track.
I'm sorry, y'all. I jollified.
Mr. Rideout, how you looking, bro?
Well,
here we go.
No, we ain't going.
No, we ain't going.
We ain't going.
No, we ain't going.
We ain't going.
It's Christmas Eve. It is December 24th. And
comes but once a year.
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you ready? Oh, happy.
See, I don't know which one radio happy
too.
Anyway, I'm doing very, very well.
Take the next 6 months to pay these bills. But time I think about it gives me chills.
There you go.
But I don't care. Christmas comes but once a year.
Woo.
Hey.
Well, I'm doing pretty well. This Christmas Eve. I got my grandson some stuff.
What you get? What he got?
Go straight to
a dirt bike.
Oh,
I got him a dirt bike. Thanks to
where he gonna ride it at?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take him to the park area and things like that.
Okay.
But I want to thank the Dr. Wood for blessing me with the dirt bike. It's a nice dirt bike.
Really, my grandson got one.
Said. But I got a song for you. It's Christmas. Here you go. Merry Christmas, baby.
Okay.
Sure look good to me.
Is that how that goes?
Felt that thing.
Is that how it goes?
Oh, Merry Christmas, baby.
You better not turn it into a church song. I know
Thank
that.
You, Jesus.
I know you better not.
Here it comes.
So
There it went. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
There it is.
Merry Christmas, baby. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I knew it.
So been good to me.
Well, all right now.
Felt that thing.
Look, we just want to thank the choir for providing an A and B selection this morning. we want to say how much. Boy, I'm gonna put you out of here.
Something wrong with you.
I felt that.
I'm gonna put you out of here. I'm sick of you. I am sick of you. All right, y'all. So I was trying to decide how much of a show I was gonna do for real, because when I say I'm distraught about my current situation, like I have no groceries. Me and Keisha was up last groceries.
Groceries, the new word, groceries.
Well, that's the word I use. I don't know what y'all say.
Groceries.
I don't know what y'all say at Greenfield, but I say groceries. Now I don't say it the country way.
Groceries.
Like Keisha say, I gotta make groceries. I said, that's so great grandmama from the backwoods of Mississippi. We gotta make groceries this week.
I heard that down south.
Yeah, I had never heard that till I got up here. First of all, we gotta make groceries.
Mine is vittles.
See, now you just
tell
nobody bless say that. You get that from the Clampets.
I did.
You know what? Oh, let me just say this real quick. I'm off track, but I was riding in this morning, and I was listening to CNN, and so they was doing almost kind of like a year in review and what were the biggest stories in 2025, and so they mentioned Puffy. They did Kendrick Lamar playing the Super Bowl, Venus, being a part of that, and a lot of people didn't get that Venus was a part of that as a clapback.
As a clapback
at Drake, because Drake had said some shady stuff, towards Venus's way. I mean Serena, saying Venus, Serena's way. So they mentioned that, and then they said Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and so I was so silly in the car. All right, I said black people did not care about Taylor Swift and Travis hooking up. Like that was no story for us.
Now Travis was dating.
I know a sister,
the black girl. And the black girl.
Yeah, she screamed out.
It was. And it was that whole fallout because he was talking about 50-50.
Yeah.
Splitting things down the middle.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not splitting nothing.
Right. Yeah. No. It was, and then even people talked about the J-Lo effect because they said when he was dating the sister, he dressed more, urban, contemporary, whatever. Like when J-Lo was dating Puffy. And then when J-Lo started dating, what's that boy's name? Ben Affleck. Then she took on a decidedly white girl look, and then when she got with dude who she took from his wife,
oh my god,
Amit with what's that boy's name? Mark something. When she got with him, then she looked more Hispanic Latina. So everybody be talking about J-Lo look depends on who she dating. If she gonna be Jenny from the block, if she gonna be white Jenny, or she gonna be Hispanic Mark Anthony, thank you. She gonna be Hispanic Jenny. So that's what they were saying about Travis when he was dating the sister. And then so I was driving in this morning and I said, Michelle, you really are silly. And Keith is right. It always goes back to slavery and race. Because I was like, black people don't get up there about Taylor Swift and Travis. Like, that is not, we ain't talking about that at all. And if I was watching football, what we talking about is whether her appearance at their games is messing with the play and what's going on. But other than that, ain't nobody talking about that.
Man, they messing with the commentary and the screenshots because I'm tired of them panning over to her.
I see. That's what I said.
Like, watch the game.
If I watched the game, that would be something that would come up. But I started laughing though because I said, so for all of this,
she could have been a bad omen. Because they didn't even make the playoffs.
It was a couple of times, yeah. It was a couple.
They not making
that
it.
People like. I think she bringing bad luck to the crew because everybody fawning over her, not doing what they need to do. But I had this moment when I was driving in, and I said, "See, for all this, white grievance and white people, and they messing this up." I was like, "This ain't our list. This not our list. Right. If I put us in a room and say top 25 stories, half of these stories don't even come up on our radar."
Puffy would be there though.
Puffy would be. I mean, but that's why that's a story of the year. Mm-hmm. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I know Taylor Swift numbers is god awful crazy. Stupid. Her numbers are stupid. So, but it still was one of those things that I couldn't help but smile because I was like, trust me, this wouldn't make black people's top 10 if they talked about stories of the year in terms of who she's dating. Now, if you talk about her
in the top 5,
if you talk about her record sales, money being generated, you got to bow down and get all respect for what this young woman does. But who you dating, we don't care about that. What you want to say?
No, I wanted to ask, do you think that now I see that she's dropping movie / concert thing, kind of like what Beyonce did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was just to meet Beyonce at that plateau?
One thing, and I appreciate it when Monica and Brandy came to Milwaukee and did their show.
Yeah.
And Brandy and Monica had this discussion on stage with everybody in which they said, people in the industry pitted us against one another. We had never had beef, had never had a crossword. And all of a sudden, we now sucked into beef that we didn't create. Yeah. And it went on, what did you say, 20 some years. Yeah. And so, I'm real careful with this kind of stuff because these women are superstars in their own right. But everybody always wants to do the comparison, and particularly if race is a factor, then, I thought about Dave Chappelle when he talked about the Mann Act and Jack Johnson. Y'all, I mean, like, I'm doing spoiler alerts if you have not seen this Dave Chappelle, bit. But he talked about Jack Johnson when he was fighting, and white folks was hoping Jack Johnson was gonna lose, and then ultimately he became like, whatever, bigger than life, and then he, hooks up with white women
purposely,
and so they created a law because he was dating white women and they was going across state lines. So they came up with the Mann Act. So I still hadn't done the research on this, but when Dave Chappelle gets done talking about, and that was that whole unstoppable, and I'm using his term right now, unstoppable nigga, persona that you can have because you become so big that even white folks like, oh, they're getting too big. And he said that they used the Mann Act to prosecute Jack Johnson, and he ultimately had to flee the country, to get away from going to jail. They said that Dave Chappelle said, and again, I haven't looked into it, but I'm leaning on trusting Chappelle because he's a very intelligent brother, very thorough brother. He said that the Mann Act was used to prosecute Puffy.
Sure was. Taking them across state
Taking women across state lines.
See, but you know what?
Yeah, he said the Mann Act was used. So I thought that was interesting. And I brought that up to make a broader point. And my old age, it has slipped my mind. But okay, it's gone. It'll come back. So go ahead. What you gonna say?
No. See, but what this cat was doing was he was purposely, he was purposely, like, after the fights, like, he would beat up the white dude and sleep with the white women just to make them mad.
Yeah, and then flaunt it.
Yeah,
because back then, and you definitely weren't gonna be no brother messing with no white women out in public. Nah, we're not having that. And somebody just texted me. They said, Michelle, it was about a man. I'm telling you, Brandy and Monica said, yep. Oh, she just strike that. Yeah, they said it wasn't. Yeah, like this was a manufactured beef.
See, and it was something that they created because at that time, Brandy, she was more commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Monica was the street
R&B,
the hood type, so she had that hood persona.
Right.
So with that whole thing, the "a boy is mine" thing, they was creating that friction, just like how they did with Biggie and Tupac, but it went out of control.
Yeah, I mean, and you can see manufactured beefs all the time, and people trying to sell music. So, and that's why I keep saying I'm on conspiracy. I think that Dave Chappelle dropped on the 21st.
You look at it
because ain't nobody talking about Ali Sadiq piece right now. And normally a lot of people that's Ali fans would be hollering about it. And, Ali bucking the industry because he's doing it his way and not using Netflix and any of the big names. And then there's this young comedian, and y'all, I'm gonna move on. But there's this young comedian, what's his name? Joshua. I love that boy because he got locks. He a young cat. Got a real... So now he's dropping a special on YouTube. So I said, see, Ali Sadiq has got a little blueprint going about how to make this money and cut out the middleman. So I will just leave that there. But a couple of things I definitely want to get to this morning. Without doubt, I was elated. I was happy to see that the Supreme Court got at Trump.
What? It's people's?
On ICE being deployed, and I'm not ICE, but the use of the National Guard and stuff coming into Chicago, into Illinois. I appreciate that the governor of Illinois fought back, took the Trump administration to court, and the Supreme Court, they fast-tracked this decision because this is happening all over the country. And they issued a ruling on yesterday that they left it, or what they did is they left in place a ruling by a federal judge in Chicago that bars the Trump administration from deploying National Guard troops in Illinois. In a 3-page unsigned order, the justices turned down the government's request to put the temporary restraining order aside or on hold while litigation continues in the lower courts. Quote, at this preliminary stage, the court said the government has failed to identify a source of authority that would allow the military to execute the laws in Illinois. Did you hear what I said? So this was the second order that the Supreme Court had done that had impacted Trump negatively in the last 4 days. Three of the justices, though, dissented. Who were they? Drum roll, please. We know who they are. Justice Samuel Alito, Justice Clarence Thomas, and, Neil Gorsuch. Neil Gorsuch. Okay. So when I say I'm so sick of Clarence Thomas, like, I'm so sick of Clarence Thomas because for somebody who comes from the background that this man comes from, like, there is now a thing going around on social media where people are like, did you know this was Clarence Thomas? And they show this young, attractive looking picture of Clarence Thomas. And they show that he was married to a black woman, that he has a child named Jamal. Have y'all ever seen Clarence Thomas's son? Does he ever, him and Jenny, do they ever, mention Jamal? Is Jamal even like, nobody even knows this boy except for folks that pay attention and know the backstory on Clarence Thomas. But he actually got a son named Jamal, the blackity of the blackest names. And so there's this whole, thing on social media right now. Like, this is the dude who comes from these meager beginnings, who's, was going to be a priest originally. He was going to be a member of the clergy originally. And whatever happened to him, people talk about church hurt, sorority and fraternity hurt, community hurt, trauma, whatever happened to this man to turn him into this bitter, shriveled up piece of an individual that he is now, that believes it is his mission in life to be the mascot of white conservatives who want to destroy civil rights. That this is what we have. This is what we have. And can't nobody tell me that I know his wife Jenny wasn't fiending for David Clark. Remember that? Remember that little scandal? She was hot to trot for Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark. And so they know what's happening when you sending these National Guard troops in. What communities are being impacted? And it's not where it's a whole bunch of, immigrants and ICE raids and people breaking the laws. It's all intimidation tactics. And it's all being, descended upon democratically leaning cities. It's all partisan politics and theater. So I got to take a break. But when I say that this is still in the court, so we can't get overly excited, but the Supreme Court has said, hey, while this works his way through the process, nah, we not changing the lower court's ruling. Your boys can't come up in there. You don't have the authority to send them up in there with what you cited. And Trump is like, well, we're still going to do what we're going to do. Yeah, okay. So that's the other part. How do you stop somebody hell bent on doing what they want to? Because this man controls U.S. military forces. Illinois controls their National Guard. Could you see a scenario in which you have a state's National Guard pitted against federal, soldiers, perhaps? Let me take a break. I'll talk about that on the other side. Michelle Bryant, WNOV, 860 AM, 106.5 FM. Be right back.
NOV.
All right, family. So before I went to the break, I was just talking about the Supreme Court decision to allow a lower court's ruling to stop the deployment of the National Guard by the Trump administration into the state of Illinois. It was specific for the state of Illinois. But in other uh, developments, back in November, you had Portland go to court to stop the administration from being able to deploy the National Guard, because what Trump has been using is this older law that says that, if there was a rebellion or a threat of a rebellion, or the local law enforcement didn't have the capabilities to deal with the situation on the ground, that he could uh, basically commandeer the state's the state's guard and be able to utilize them in that way. But he didn't prove that case. There was nothing going on that resembled a rebellion. There was no threat to the United States. And he didn't even bother to work with local law enforcement. Local law enforcement was finding out on the news, like everybody else, that people was coming to town. Down in New Orleans, you got people just ready to roam the streets. And folks like, wait a minute, what's happening? Not even the courtesy and the respect from ICE officials to other local law enforcement. Hey, we in y'all city. And this is what we're here to do. And can we work together? Blah, blah, blah. Like, none of that coordination is happening on any great scale. So a lot of cities are now going to be paying attention to what just happened and getting their lawyers in the court to be able to say, hey, what just happened in Illinois? We need that to happen in our states, because this thing has gotten out of control. So I'm gonna leave that lay. There are a couple other Trump related things I'm gonna swing back around and get, but I said I wanted to address this real quick because I had a person reach out to me yesterday and they said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I got my water bill. Now, nothing has changed in my house. The only person living in this house is me. I didn't buy a whole bunch of new appliances. Not charging a electric car. Like, everything in my house is the same. Why did my water bill go up by $60? How did that happen? So one of the things I said is, hey, look at your bill. See if they, in fact, said usage went up, or see if you're being charged more per whatever it is. So like before, you might have been getting charged 48 cents per amount. Now you're being charged 79 cents or 82 cents. So look and see if usage changed, or if the amount that you're being charged for the usage changed. Somebody hit me up. They said in the winter they add for the snow and winter stuff. I'm just gonna say this: pay attention to these utility bills, electric and water, because as the conversations about artificial intelligence continue to happen, there are states that have got to beef up their infrastructure to be able to accommodate these massive plants that are housing these thousands of computers to generate your AI request in 6 seconds that you get. And they use a boatload of water and a ton of electricity. And to be able, and I've been talking about this, I'm going to continue to talk about this, because a lot of these plants are going into either economically disadvantaged communities. They're going into minority communities, Black communities. I've listed other places around the country where the communities are coming together to try to sue to stop these folks from putting these plants there, because nobody understands the impact yet. We just know, and we keep hearing it over and over again, that the amount of water that's needed to operate these plants, the amount of electricity that's needed to operate these AI centers is crazy. And we're getting one in Wisconsin down in what was supposed to be Foxconn Valley. We are getting one right here, not far from us here in Milwaukee. So, and then there's this commercial that's been running. And I got to go back and pull up the name of the company, but they got these folks who basically are building a plant for AI stuff. And they're like, no, these are good paying jobs in terms of the construction workers that's building the plant. And after the facilities are built, there'll be 30 permanent jobs. There'll be this, there'll be that. And it's like, hey fam, you're talking about a job for right now. That does not tell me what it means for energy consumption, for what it means for water usage, what it means for carbon emissions, resource depletion, e-waste. And if people are like, so what is e-waste? Electronic waste. You go to the city dump and they got those boxes and bins just for TVs, just for computers, just for, all of the things that we use in terms of e-commerce. I mean, not e-commerce, of electronic tools. So we don't know. But one of the things that they are talking about is that the global electricity demand is going off the charts and it's being driven. And they believe that it will actually triple in the United States by 2028. Hey. In 15 minutes, it's 2026. So in as quick as 2 possible years, we could see electricity prices that are through the roof to be able to support these AI centers. We don't know what the emissions piece is. In Milwaukee, we already do something that's not done in the rest of the state in terms of emissions controls. We pay extra. We get that emissions test. If I lived in a different part of the state, I wouldn't be getting an emissions test. This not LA or some of the big metropolitan, urban centers where you got all this traffic. Our congestion and rush hour lasts for exactly 18 minutes. It's horrible. It's the longest 18 minutes of your life. But if you get caught up in Milwaukee rush hour traffic, if there's no construction on the road, it's just straight up genuine traffic, you probably sitting there less than 20 minutes. Whereas in some places you can sit for 2 hours. California, DC, Atlanta,
Texas.
Yeah. So that's why I laugh at people in Wisconsin and Milwaukee who complain about getting caught up. Oh, it's a Bucks game tonight. Oh, it must be a Brewers game. As soon as you get through the little area, it's over. Like poof, it is over.
Because out in LA, I think it's like around 3, 4 o'clock. It's like the stupidest time to be on the freeway.
What time you said? Where?
In
LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3, 4 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, like people going home. You stuck. It's like gridlock.
And the thing that's so crazy though, because like it's not just work rush hour.
Right.
Like I know Lakeisha, when she lived in DC, there was this mall that she used to like to go to.
Yeah.
She would literally talk about if she didn't leave her house at the exact right time, a 30-minute ride to the mall,
it's like an hour and 30.
Could be an hour and 30 to 2 hours. Yeah. And she was like, and if she missed that window, she changed her plans because you are no longer getting there in that amount of time. Yeah. So, we already got a lot going on. We got cell towers over our heads that we, raised concerns about out of Senator Taylor's office. When cell companies were coming in and saying, hey, we need to amp up our 5G operations. We want to add cell towers to existing infrastructure and poles, predominantly in the city of Milwaukee. So you got all these different things environmentally that's happening to us. You got stuff over our head in terms of cell towers. You got stuff that's impacting our soil, and the ground. You got stuff that's impacting our air in terms of emissions. And then, we got Dennis Roy Bowen who putting tires. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna let that go? Y'all thought I had moved on? That's what y'all thought. Dennis, you thought I was done with you, bro? I'm not done. I'm not done at all. But so just think about it, y'all. We catch it from every angle. Like, we never used the terms environmental justice, but we knew the way our neighborhoods got treated was jacked up. When I saw the story in Alabama this year about the fact that there's a city in a rural community in Alabama where it is predominantly Black, and these people have no sewage system. So they literally go to this ditch that's been ran informally through the area, and they dump all their raw sewage in this ditch. People take buckets and dump their raw, because there is no sewage system. And you got all this money in Alabama, and people know what is it called? Something alley. It's disgusting now. It is disgusting. And you just looking at my people like, fam, this look like 1897. Like, what is going on in this town? So we got the highways, freeways that were built through Black communities. So y'all, we don't get the luxury of not understanding environmental impacts when we start talking about these things, because how many of us talk about the kids in our community that got asthma? We was at the emergency room with my little brother all the time. All the time. There are environmental health concerns that we face, and we don't understand it's being created by things that are being put into our community. And nobody cares about regulating those things. And people are able to just do whatever they want to. So I applaud the folks down in Memphis that's raising hell with Elon Musk about putting an AI plant in. I don't know what this is going to look like down here in Mount Pleasant, on that Foxconn, a portion of that Foxconn Valley footprint, as they talk about putting an AI center down there. But, you think about people for the fake company that was supposed to come through. People lost homes that had been in their family for over 100 years. Homeowners, through eminent domain or forced buyouts, were pushed off their land because Scott Walker was trying to run for president, or whatever the heck he was doing, helping Donald Trump and telling people we're going to have 13,000 jobs created. This is going to be the Silicon Valley of the Midwest. La, 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 la. Even though the Taiwanese company, Foxconn, had proven time and time again that in every community they went in, they never lived up to the promise. And they were discriminatory in their hiring. There were no Black people in management. None, zero, nada. And there were only a handful of whites in management, because most of the people they had in management, they had brought in from Taiwan. They brought their own people in to work in those plants. And the data was all there. As we are in hearings and meetings about what Walker wanted to do, giving these people all these tax incentives, and we're going to just clear the pathway and push Wisconsinites off their property that they own, push folks out of their houses, push people out of their communities, because 13,000 jobs are coming to the state. We never got close to 13. We never got close to 8. We never got close to 5. So we don't have the luxury of not understanding what's happening around us. Pay attention to water bills. Pay attention to utility bills. Look and monitor when you see stuff happening on the news. And the other part of it is, I said this before, we got to also think about every time we do a search, and I use AI, but I'm telling you now, I'm more committed to trying to use it responsibly and just instead of just willy-nilly, because I can get an answer in 10 seconds to something that I'm checking for, because I understand AI does not affect Brookfield, potentially, except for overall higher utility bills if they spread the pain around the way it affects Milwaukee. So, community, I'm gonna flag it. I'm gonna say it again. I know some of this stuff is lofty and it's big, ideas and conversations, and it's easier to look away. But there's stuff that hits our pocket, it hits our health, it impacts our children's, um, the way they develop and grow. What did I say? When them cell towers start going in suburban communities in Illinois, at first they was like, okay, yeah, you can put them up. And then they started noticing different illnesses and sicknesses with their children. And there's we need this to stop. Because all of a sudden, we're seeing X, Y, and Z. The only thing we can attribute it to is this recent influx of cell towers in our community. I am still old school. I don't put certain things on my head and on my ears because I just don't know what that level of frequency around my brain and my head does or means for me. Yet alone people that walk around with it in their ears all day, every day. I know people who sleep with their buds and they headset stuff on. So I'm just saying, again and again, we need to make sure that we are paying attention to technology, to AI, and what's going on in our community. So I said that, what, you got some? I gotta take a break. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. But I said I was gonna jump around a little bit. Let me take a break, and then when I come back, I'm gonna hit up some local stuff because I haven't talked at all, I don't think, about Hannah Dugan and the fact, Judge Hannah Dugan, and the fact that she was found guilty. I think I said, of course, knew it was gonna happen. It's just a matter of what is going to be the punishment. And then just real quick, remember our conversation yesterday about Powerball tickets, and I was saying that we don't see winners in urban centers, urban communities. There was a $1 million Powerball ticket sold in Brown Deer. Uh, and I'm not sure if it was at the Walmart. At the Walmart. And I go to that Walmart.
You know how many people go to that Walmart?
Like somebody literally texted me and said, "Did you win?" Because they know I go to that Walmart. But there was a $1 million winning ticket on December 22nd that was purchased at the Walmart Supercenter, 6300 West Brown Deer Road.
Merry Christmas.
It matched 5 numbers.
And missed the Powerball.
Missed the Powerball.
So if they'd have got the Powerball, they'd have 1 point something.
And as I literally was talking about, and I mean, that's like people call it, they'll say Milwaukee, but it's Brown Deer.
Yeah.
It technically is Brown Deer. But the likelihood is somebody in Milwaukee.
Somebody in the hood.
Is probably won that money. So I don't know who, and the likelihood is that they black.
And they better keep quiet. That's what I would do.
When you think about who is at that Walmart, it's a good chance.
Yeah.
It's a black $1 million winner that came out of Brown Deer Walmart. All right, y'all, let me take a break. That was too funny, though. I was like, what?
Yeah. Hey, as soon as you sent me that, I just got depressed.
Why?
Because I've been going out there with all the white folks trying to win.
Oh, but wait, but to my point though, yeah, there were 2 other Powerball tickets that won in that December 22nd drawing. One was purchased in Glendale, and another one was in Sheboygan Falls, and they both won $50,000 because they matched 4 numbers.
I'll take that too.
Glendale's, it was sold at the BP right there on Green Bay Road. They won $50,000.
On Green,
7156.
I know exactly
that BP right there on Green Bay Road, and then in Sheboygan Falls, somebody won $50,000.
I'm playing tonight.
So I'm just telling y'all right now. Oh wait, and they said at the Mobile 140th and Capitol Drive in Brookfield. A $100,000 winner. They wasn't doing Powerball. They played one of the scratch offs, all or nothing. And on the all or nothing scratch off ticket, they won $100,000. All right. So that was our conversation yesterday. And Brown Deer steps up to the plate. Hey, we got 1,000,000. All right, family, let me take a break. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. I'm not looking at you. I'm just not looking at you. But yeah, welcome back to the show. We got a caller. Let's get them in. Hey caller, what's happening?
Jesus.
Well, good morning, Miss Michelle Bryant.
What up, JT? How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing quite well, young lady. And how about you?
Cannot complain. I have
That's
no
good.
Christmas gifts and I have no food, but I am good.
Oh no,
I
not
am
that.
good.
Hey, good morning to Mr. Devo and to Mr. Rideout.
Papa.
You know what?
Hey, now he's still trying to get his dad to shoot me down.
Yeah. Pitiful.
Jay Tizzle, what's going on, my man?
Hey, good morning, Mr. Jermaine Rideout, and good morning to Mr. Clark Kent.
He back there somewhere blind
He
as
said,
a
he
fool.
said who you with back there?
Jesus, I can't burn my eye drums.
Hey, Michelle, I just want to say quickly, do you remember back in the days, Tim Man who used to call the radio station?
I do.
What
Yes,
happened to
he
him?
was.
Wasn't he the bus driver, retired
Yeah,
bus
I think
driver?
he
or something?
Yes, he was a bus driver.
Yeah.
I think he passed because
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing him in obituaries.
He was
some
famous for the
years
sleeping
back.
ticket.
Yeah, the
Yes.
sleeping tickets and the lottery. That's the reason
Yeah.
why I was calling you. You're talking about Powerball. Tim Man used to say, you know they programs those lottery machines going by the zip codes, right?
Yeah. That was he was known for that. He was known for that. You were so right.
And then he said, hey, Jermaine, this is for you. Tim Man used to say, even though you go out there where those white people are, when they see your black face walking through that door, and you say, I want to play the lottery, they got a special button that they push on that lottery.
That's why you got to pick your own numbers. I tell them, pick your
Because
own
it doesn't
number.
matter either. It doesn't matter if you pick your number or quick pick. Once they see your black face, they see
They
a
gonna
button.
change.
They gonna change your numbers.
Black guy alert.
Right, black. Right. Which I didn't know they sold because that Walmart on Brownsville Road, you know, that's my stomping ground too. And I didn't know they sold lottery tickets there.
Yeah,
But
like
no,
right
yeah.
when you because you know they got the machines there, so they do it with the machines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can pick them. I just because they got they got a whole little lottery center, and it's like the machines though.
Yeah, I saw that with the $30 tickets and
Yeah, so
That's-
I know
Oh, is
like,
it?
but I think you can like just put because I
You can
know
put-
like at the Pick and Save in Brown Deer, they have the
Mhm.
machine too, and you can just press in what you want and then get tickets out. I don't know. I've never done that.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm asking, I know the Pick and Save on Port Washington, about the 91st 100 block on Port Washington Road, across from Tire Plus. You have to go to the customer service to buy your lottery tickets there.
Okay.
And
okay.
yeah. So most places like that, you still have to go to customer service area. But no, now they said the person that won $1 million, they said he went there to cash in the ticket. So when you play those machines, where do they go to cash in? I wonder.
I thought you go to Madison.
Yeah, no, you'll contact a lot because you go back to the store and the store will get you hooked up to the proper channel because the store get a
Oh,
percentage.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
like
just wondering
Walmart
about
is probably
that.
gonna get like 10,000. I forgot how much
Mhm.
is their percentage, but they get a percentage of that money.
Oh, okay.
Not what
Yeah.
not what I won. Yeah, but
Oh,
they
yeah,
get
but
a compensation for selling the winning ticket. Yes, Tim. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to butt in.
You silly.
Just one more quick question, Michelle, if I may. I mailed my donation to you by snail mail on the 15th for
Never
the
got
kids.
it.
You never got it.
No, sir.
Oh man, because I did mail it on the
Will you mail it
15th
to the radio station?
to the radio station. Attention to you
No, sir. Never got it.
on the 15th. Okay,
No.
might want to check. May want to check into that then. Because I know Keon used to tell me when I used to send him donations. He said, "Hey Jay, I just come and pick it up and stuff like that." I say, "Well, man, can I just send it to you?" And he said, "Go ahead and send it to me then." So Keon used to get it, but I'm sorry you didn't get it because yes, I did mail it on the 15th. That was the Friday.
No, sir.
the
And
15th.
I'll actually talk
Uh-huh.
to the team just to have them double check.
Mhm.
Because the volume of mail, it may be, and then like I get mail from, people from just all over. So
Right, I
Some
appreciate that.
some sneaks through, but we don't have mail delivered here. It goes to our PO box.
yeah.
So
Oh, I
we'll make
see.
certain that we check it, and I mean, it could very well be sitting there. JT is what I'm saying.
Okay, I got you,
Okay.
Devo. Yeah, I appreciate that because, I was concerned about that. And next time I try to do it more convenient and better way. But,
Mm-mm.
I did send a cell mail to your attention there to the radio station.
Yes, sir. I remember when you mentioned it. So we'll double
Mhm.
check, but we definitely appreciate all the effort, and hopefully, yeah, like it's somewhere and we just gotta find it.
JT, we were just talking about you, man, and we were saying that it's not like you to lie about that you had mailed something. So
We was not.
glad you brought
Demo,
that up.
why you say that,
Stuff up,
man?
yeah.
Oh, that's all right, Michelle.
He's so
Hey, y'all better
right.
check.
Oh
Matter of
my
fact, you may
God,
want to
he's
check
so
check
right.
Devo's pockets.
Who
Check
said
Devo's
he
pockets.
just
for
like
that
his son
donation.
Jermaine? He lied.
Then we gonna check Debo pockets.
You know what?
He ain't gonna
Yeah,
find
check
nothing in
his
there.
pockets.
Just right.
That's
Right.
all right. I know what to do for you. I'll call. You know this Alvin Turner's brother, right?
Yeah, that's my dude.
Yeah, Alvin comes my younger sibling.
So
Yeah.
the saxophone
Michelle,
player,
I
Michelle.
think you met my brother Alvin
I
once.
met him.
Yep.
Yep, I met
Mhm.
him.
Right.
You know,
So
Calvin
well-
is people's too, man.
But that make Alvin your uncle.
No,
Jermaine?
Alvin. Wait a minute. You talking to Devo? Devo, you talking to Jermaine?
Yeah.
Hey, Devo. Jermaine, Devo's trying to get me
I
shot by
know,
your
I
dad,
know.
too.
Papa.
I don't know why y'all even engaged Debo. He's so messy. Like, just
But I
this
know,
excellent.
but I also
And now
know
the-
his alleged.
Uh-huh.
I know his alleged daddy Leon.
Hey, nobody calls him by his first name. Doc. Watch yourself. Get punched in your mouth.
I'm just
You call my daddy by his first
You
name.
just, no, don't you call him that.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. I know somebody getting slapped.
JT, I apologize that you got to get dragged
no,
into
no.
this.
Just a
Papa!
conclusion. Debo always trying to start something. Just like the other day, he said when Jermaine's son graduated. Oh, by the way, Jermaine, belated graduation to your son that
Thank you,
graduated
sir.
last time.
Thank you.
But remember when Debo said, "Hey Jermaine, your son looks like your brother."
Oh, you caught that, JT? Jermaine never did catch that.
I caught it. I just didn't feed it to it.
I
caught
caught
it.
it. Get a break.
Just you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to
Why you
handle
bring it back
Debo.
up, JT?
You gotta learn how to handle
See,
Debo.
see,
See, he
you gotta
being
know
messy
when
for
to
bringing it
hold him.
back up.
No,
And
he's
when
just
to
making a
fold him.
point.
Yeah, you gotta know when to hold him.
He
and fold him.
just making a point to your pitifulness.
Yeah,
Thank you, JT.
When you
I
showed me the
appreciate
picture,
the call,
JT, I
bro.
said, that boy.
All right, yeah.
That boy look.
Happy holidays to everyone.
Happy holidays to you as well, sir.
Okay.
Since JT called, it just made me think on my Facebook timeline feed. It said that today was Craig Stingley's birthday.
Oh,
So
happy birthday, Craig.
let me say happy birthday to that
Where's he
brother.
been?
He texts me every day. I hear from him, but he like calling Keisha. He only texts me. So,
He hasn't called Keith Show in a while, has he?
well, look, I wouldn't call either, but I'm just saying he texts me. And so happy birthday to Craig. And a lot of people always ask me about a lot of the jewelry that I wear. And the brother who makes my jewelry, Emmanuel Corona, his birthday is actually it was on the 22nd. And hang on. Oh, you know what? This is showing me Craig Stingley's birthday was on the 22nd, I think. Let me see.
Oh.
Let me see. Wait. Craig Stingley, where you go? Okay. Nah, his is today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Doc.
his is today. But my boy Manuel, everybody always asks me about my jewelry. Manuel makes most of the jewelry that I wear, and he just had a birthday. So happy birthday. It's a lot of brothers and sisters who've had birthdays. I need to keep up with stuff like that better. So anyway, if you have a birthday in December, hey,
What have you born on
Turn
the
up.
25th?
My brother was
Is that
born
like
on
the worst
25th.
day to have a birthday?
Man, listen, I used to
you
be
said your
mad.
brother was born on
Yes,
the 25th?
My eldest brother, he like Christmas, like he'll have birthday presents and Christmas presents. Be like, hey, hold on, man. Now it's 1,000 of us, but why he get the most gifts?
You already know why.
That ain't fair.
Ralph, you've been a Ralph for a long time.
Sister,
You've been around for a long time. Like my brother's birthday is the 20th. And so I sent him a gift for his birthday. But my brother, he's just so country. He was like, oh yeah, I'm over there on Christmas. I was like, that's not your Christmas gift, bro. That's your birthday gift. Your
Mhm.
Christmas gift will be arriving on Tuesday. And it got there yesterday. And he was like, I'm opening on Christmas. Well, you do what you do. But yes, his is on the 20th. And so he used to get messed over all the time. My mama was we gonna run them together. No, we not. We not gonna run them together.
We ran my son's his birthday the 16th, and we run it together.
The 16th of December?
Yeah, 9 whole days.
And you made him what?
Yeah.
That's a raggedy parody if I ever
You
seen
be
it.
all right, boy.
Y'all was raggedy for
You know
that.
Christmas coming. Christmas right here. So
You better be glad you wasn't my mom and daddy, because it would have been protests, picket signs, all that would have been going on in our house. But say what now?
Stop it.
Call my brother and ask him. Would Michelle picket? Yes, she would.
You would be outside in front of the house with a picket sign.
I had signs in every room taped up on the wall. My birthday is the 16th, not the 25th. It'll be all. I'm telling you, I've been a fool for a long time. My mama would get hot with me because no. I've been protesting for a long time. My mama would be like, "Oh, here she go again," and everybody they got used to it in the family. They'd be like, "What's she hot about now?" What's she out about now? Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning, Michelle.
What's up, Angela? How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. And yourself?
Can't complain.
How'd your niece come out, Angela?
She's still in she's still in the coma. So they're supposed to try to. Well, I'm not supposed to talk about her over the radio, so
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just have to let that go because Anyway.
Just out of concern, not trying to put
Yeah, I understand, but see, the family member that said that, she don't know what she's talking about. But anyway, I'm going to just give that to them because I don't want to start no argument with them ignorant people. So we're going to let, she's still in the same position she was in the first time I told you.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank you for being concerned.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so, but anyway, today's my oldest brother. May he rest in peace. Today's his birthday.
What was his name?
Charles. Yep.
Well, I see people say happy heavenly birthday all the time, so we're gonna say happy heavenly birthday to Charles.
Yeah, but we call him Chucky. So today's his birthday. I have a sister. Her birthday is tomorrow, and her twin, she's deceased. His birthday will be tomorrow too.
Yeah, they was breaking the bank in that family around December.
That ain't all it was.
Got to be more careful. Debo.
Got to be more
Be quiet,
Debo.
Got to be more careful.
Get sick of you, man.
Hey, Ryder, how you doing, baby?
Well, I'm doing pretty good.
You knew it was coming. You knew it
Well,
was
that's
coming.
good.
Look how he lightened up when she called his name. He's smiling from
This dude. Yeah.
like my
How
grandma
you
said,
doing,
like,
Miss
like a
Angela?
chess cat.
I'm doing okay, Ryder.
Like a chess cat.
Believe it or not, today's
It
a
was a
good day.
Cheshire
This
cat.
dude is retarded.
The country people said chess cat because they didn't know how to say Cheshire.
Chess cat.
It wasn't a chess cat.
She's from Missouri, Charleston to be exact.
It was not a chess cat.
That's what she was saying.
My
so-
grandparents used to say that too. Yeah,
How did your folks say it?
she smiling like a chess cat.
We didn't know nothing about no
Like you
Cheshire
said.
cat. I thought that's what it was, a chess cat.
No, it's a chess. I can't even get it out. I was like, it's so tired of all y'all country people. I just don't know. Man,
What kind of cat is it?
be better, y'all. They wanted more for us. Be better.
What is she talking about?
You just asked Clark who was he with.
I was talking to Clark Kent.
Oh,
She
what?
talking to you.
Who you with?
Now, Clark, when you coming up, your grandma may say smiling like a what?
Debo, be quiet.
You all have a blessed Christmas and a happy Kwanzaa to you all.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Angela.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, sis.
Look, so I love you guys and you be safe.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
same.
Same for you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Be better. Y'all ancestors
heard the
worked so
word.
hard to put you through school,
Send her that
to
smiling like a
educate
chess cat.
you. And y'all,
What about the one Michelle was said? My granddaddy said, looking at some of that chewing. My grandmama used to get mad on Sundays. I'd be at church, she'd send the usher over there, and then she'd say, some of that chewing like a cow chewing on cud.
Oh yeah, I heard that before.
I'm like, what is? I don't even know what that is.
Well, I don't know what cud is, but I know it's a thing. So let me see. Oh, somebody wanted to know, where do I get my knit caps from? So my Kangos I get from Trent Towers. But now I
just was there yesterday when I saw Trent.
You did you?
Yeah.
I get my Kango Scullies from Trent. In fact, I had told them I was coming over there because I need a winter white one, and I get them from there. But I also order my Kangos online too, from the Kango company, because I get colors that I can't always find. And then my other Scullies, I pick up skull caps everywhere. Somebody was asking me about my hats. I get them from everywhere.
So don't nobody ask Debo to where he get his Nikes from? Ain't nobody gonna ask this cat where he got them stitches from. Like, this cat had on a Jordan.
Why you always taking body shots, man?
This cat had on a Jordan.
Be bigger.
This cat had on a Jordan outfit.
Be bigger.
And Jordan had cheeks.
I'm not. I'm not with you. I'm not getting
Jordan,
ready to listen to y'all.
Jordan had cheeks on his outfit. Like, Jordan was on there backing that thing up on his outfit.
And Jordan was twerking.
Yeah. like every time Debo turns to the left, his Jordan outfit to start twerking on the
That's called jumping. That's called jumping. As we would tell people, that's not Jordan.
Michelle, I do want to ask you a serious question.
What?
Because you didn't mention it. You didn't mention it this year.
What?
The brown bag.
Yeah, I did, because I mentioned it for Thanksgiving. Because we had brown. And what we did was we bought two. So we bought. We went to Elegant Farmer and picked them up for Thanksgiving, and I got because that's when I got we gotta go today. I gotta get there before 4:00. I gotta go. I gotta make a run to Elegant Farmer because where
are they at again?
What is that? Elkhorn? Let me look.
I ain't going to no Elkhorn.
I don't know. Let me look. Elegant Farmer. It's not far. It's like a 20-minute ride. McGuanago. It's in McGuanago.
Yeah, that ain't far.
Yeah,
it's right up the highway. Yeah, I mean, you jump on the highway and jump right off.
When you get off of Moreland?
No.
Oh, that's
Oh no, McGuanago. I'm trying to remember how I got to McGuanago.
But yeah, it literally is a straight shot. You ride the highway. It's right off the highway. It's no big deal at all. Because we stopped at the barbecue joint on our way back. But they got this cranberry relish.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I tell you, and it had like a little kick.
Mule kick.
Just little, because I can't do real spicy food, but a little kick. Man, this cranberry relish is so good. Oh my God. And everybody that tried it was like, nah. Because I told them, I said, look, it's a little jalapeno in there. It's something in there. It's a kick. Not strong, but you're going to feel, you're going to know. And so, black people, ocean spray in the can, cut it with all the preservatives, cut it. And everybody that came through that tried it, man, I had to that's why I had none, because we had to give, people took it with them. Like, so and me and Keisha was talking about last night when we realized we ain't had no Christmas dinner. We was like, man, we don't have no cranberry relish. Yeah, I'm running to go get that. I'm running to go get that today. Anyway,
somebody sent a message to you yesterday too, as I ran out to Nick Avani's out in the Mayfair Mall, second floor, just across from the movie theater.
Sounds like a commercial.
Right.
Second floor,
with us.
across from the movie theater.
But in any case, we on the way back we stopped by Bunzel's.
Oh, did you?
Yes, and I've got some beef sticks.
Got to go over there this morning, get me some beef sticks.
And you wouldn't believe who was in there.
Who?
Meech.
No.
Yeah, he was in there. So he just told me to tell you happy holidays and how much he, loves and adores you.
Yeah.
I could be embellishing that.
You could be. You likely are. I'm so glad I ain't running here because I got to go to Bunzel's this morning too. I'm so glad I ain't going. What? Somebody said, would you like some freshly homemade? Yes, I would. Freshly homemade cranberry sauce. Yes, I would. Because then that means I don't have to drive to Elegant Farmer, because I was going to call them this morning to make sure they hadn't sold out. But so we got a brown bag pie, because you can buy them frozen and put them in the freezer. So we have a peach and apple brown bag pie in the freezer right now. So yeah,
but you told me pick and save happen? From
Pick
time
and
to
save
time or something like that?
pick and save, particularly the one out here, or was it 124th? Every now and then you can get them from there.
Mhm.
And then somebody had told me, was it Syndic's on Port Washington? You could get them from there. But yeah, it's nothing like going to the store though. I love going to it smells so good when you walk in there.
Mm.
And it's all kind of other treats that you see that you end up buying.
That's the problem, because
Yeah.
Jackie diabetical.
Look, but I'm just saying it's healthy stuff though. It's healthy stuff. So yeah, so okay. So we got a couple other callers. Let me get them in. It was something I was gonna say to y'all real quick. Wait, where did it go? Oh, let me do this because I said I was gonna mention it on the Hannah Dugan case because I have not talked about it. Let me just say this. Hannah Dugan's team is planning to file for a new trial. Okay. So she was found guilty of obstructing immigration agents. Her attorneys have said that they are planning to seek a new trial. And in a filing that they did on yesterday, the team said it would need time to file the motion for the new trial. Her attorneys didn't indicate in the filing, I'm taking this from the Journal Sentinel, didn't indicate in the filing what reasons they would cite for a new trial, but that they are planning to, try to do this again. I'm going to tell you right now, Hannah, it's a waste of money. You're going to be found guilty again. And whatever dollars you have left, because I don't know how your pension is impacted from this case. I don't know, once you were found guilty, did you immediately come off the payroll for being a county judge? I don't know how any of this works. But at this point, your lawyers are bloodsuckers. And they don't mean to be, but you're not getting out of this case. You are not getting out of this case. And I like Hannah Dugan. I think Hannah Dugan is a caring, compassionate individual. Her heart is in the right place. I believe all the good and the right things about Hannah Dugan. But you made a bad decision in trying to help this individual escape ICE when that door to your judge's quarters area, a door that's not commonly used by the public. And then you got your colleague who threw you under the bus and rolled it over you, not once, but twice. You're not getting out of it. Unless your defense fund is being fueled by generous donors. And there probably are people sending money from around the world, the country, maybe not the world, but the country, maybe to help with her legal defense. But I'm just saying, if this is your personal bread, man, don't spend it. Save it. Because if you're about to lose your law degree, your livelihood is now impacted. Save your bread. You're not, the reality is hopefully you won't get jail time because you are not, a person who has ever been in trouble, had led an exemplary life. And so you will get extended supervision or probation, whatever it's called. But Hannah, save your money. Don't let these people, and don't let yourself delude yourself that you got a way out of this. There is no way out of this. And I'm not one for being, a Grinch, but this is dollars, because these are high powered attorneys that you have representing you. This is costly. You are older. You're gonna need that money to live on. Don't give these people your money. All right, I gotta take a break. I'll be right back. All right, family, welcome back to the show. So let me tell y'all, I don't look at comments on social media when I'm doing the show. Typically, Debo's looking, Jermaine is looking, but I'm gonna do a better job. Jermaine was like, "Hey, do your job, girl." you got people. Wait. Okay, you got people watching on YouTube and on Facebook. And so, yes, I see all of you all. First of all, to the community of folks that watch on these different vehicles, thank you so much. It is so appreciated. Y'all comments are hilarious. People like, Wanda Montgomery that won the lottery over in Brown Deer. And other folks who said, I hope I know the lottery winner. I hope it's somebody I know. Somebody commented on Hannah Dugan and happy birthday to Craig Stingley. Somebody got that on there. So it's a lot of folks weighing in. I appreciate it. There was a question about, do you have to be a lawyer to be a judge in the state of Wisconsin? You do. In some states, you do not. I remember always the infamous case in New York. The judge was a plumber. And he had a vendetta with a neighbor or some mess, and he was clowning these people. And the person like, did you not even a lawyer, man? But you can be a judge in some communities and states and municipalities, even if you don't have a law degree. Happiness Donuts always got ridiculous comments that be killing me. Make encyclopedias great again. Damn AI. So thank y'all so much for checking in. Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Fine. How are you doing?
Good.
Oh, I was just listening a little bit, and then I'm just up and down these steps. But anyways, I got a duplex, so I get plenty of exercise. But Michelle,
yes.
Number one, now you were speaking. The guy called about the energy being taxed to his bills, which I live here too, and I see them attached to mine too. So what about this solar energy? Because I saw where Trump was trying to get all of that cut out and stuff. Student loans, he's not forgiving those.
Yeah, Donald Trump is against anything that brings us into, the next century. He literally is stuck in a time warp, except for building a $10 billion boat that nobody is acknowledging that we need. But yeah, so anything that's related to solar, what he's done now with the wind turbines and stopping those projects immediately. Like, even though one of the projects, as I mentioned yesterday, just a few months away from completion, these projects have been underway for more than 10, 15 years in some cases. All these different levels, including the federal government, came in and agreed, these are great projects. Well, what about this? And, Trump cites safety concerns, and people like, we know what the safety concerns are. We still believe you should go forward. So electric vehicles, Ford Motor Company talking about they're getting ready to take a $14 billion hit because they're going to stop their electric trucks because the way Trump is divesting, resources into energy. Clean energy, electric vehicles. And so they scrapping like that division right now. They putting it on ice maybe until he leaves, but they're losing $14 billion as a company. So yes, ma'am, everywhere you go, but we're going to have to pay attention. And then it's funny.
He's looking out for his buddies, though.
Say it again.
His oil buddies. He's looking out for his oil.
Absolutely.
Buddies,
and in this case, the technology buddies too, because you letting these things go in unregulated. In terms of these AI centers, we don't know what the impacts are yet. So yeah, if you got the money and can pull up to the table, Donald Trump is your president.
Yeah. I will say one more thing real quick. Now, I was going to say something about Clarence Thomas. He was, did you know he was a Black Panther at one time?
I'm trying to remember. I know, he was a big believer in Malcolm X and supporter. So I may have missed a piece about Black Panther, but I'm not surprised.
It's on the documentary. I saw it. I was looking at it one day. Okay, I'll let you get going.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate the call. And Merry Christmas to you. Got another caller.
Thanks to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody there.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Got another caller. Let's get them in. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Morning, Michelle. Happy holiday.
Hey, good morning, John. How you doing this morning?
pretty good. I have a headache because I slept wrong, so I've been pumping coffee and aspirin. I don't know what happened. But how about you?
Can't complain. Can't complain. I'm good.
Your show's been super interesting. It's so fast paced. It's so hard to figure out what to talk about because you have so much stuff in your head. You must. I don't know if you do coffee, but man, you are.
Got it right now. Got it right now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Sometimes you pop up on my Facebook, and then sometimes I can't get you up. So I don't know what it is. I'm not good with tech. And then I have to remember to call the track phone instead of this one because this is my fancy phone. On my track phone,
John got jokes. Yes, John. Use that track phone so you can get through.
Yeah. So about a minute ago, you said something about, oh my God, I was forgetting. What about, remember that? Now, you only did it a couple minutes ago. Whatever I'm so slow right now because it was about Trump and his text saying and all that stuff. So you make a statement and then you went to, what about this? So it's not just like it's a bad word or a phrase, and it comes natural depending on the subject. Are you aware of it? Like about 3 minutes before I called?
Nope. I have to think about it. I'm drawing a blank right now.
So it was something, you're talking about one aspect of the Trump thing with tech, and then you transitioned by doing a compare and contrast. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I got you. I understand.
Okay. That's what my problem is when I'm making, when people say, you're doing, but what about, John? And so I'm trying to figure out how to direct something and actually create a direction rather than reacting. Am I making sense?
Nope, I got you. A play over from our conversation on yesterday. So yes, sir, I got you.
Yeah. And it's so easy to get sucked into that. And then what I realized is that it's hard because of the framework. And then when you have a framework and everybody's in this one framework, then it's hard to say, please slow down and let's put a different pair of glasses on. Am I making sense? Kind of, sort of?
No, again, like I said, the conversations are difficult conversations when we start talking about, conflict around the world, conflict in terms of ethnicity, religion, statehood, all those things become a challenge. But being able to, and that's why I tell people though, and I said it yesterday, sometimes in order to help a point or to help move a conversation, where I could interject, I won't necessarily, but I will come back later and say, you know what? Listening to a conversation on Tuesday, it made me think about, and then go into whatever it is. So you're right. There are ways to transition into being able to make a point that doesn't always seem like I'm making comments on the defense and I'm negating what you're saying. So it's a skill, it is an art. And I love the fact that you are like, look, I'm looking for a way to have these conversations so that I'm not sidestepping, I'm not offending, but I need people to understand this perspective or these points. And we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, John. We definitely are to do that. Okay.
You're always hospitable, and I appreciate that so much. Because if I call, for want of a better word, the white Republican station, they only give you like 30 seconds, and they're very brief. And if they got their made up mind about something, even when you agree with them on something or another, they're sort of like short, and they would have fun when they feel like having fun. And if you call in, then they just, thanks for the call, bye. So they don't stretch it out like you guys, and it's fun calling your station because, well, you guys are let your hair down, so to speak. It's thrilling. It's thrilling.
Well, I'm just sorry. I as somebody who has been on the other side of the mic as an avid listener to talk radio, I remember, and John, if it's okay, I'm going to try to work in a couple other people we got them on hold.
Okay.
So thank you for the call. Happy holidays to you.
Sure, you too.
Look forward to connecting after the holiday. And thank you. But I'm just going to say this, having been on the other side of the mic, there was, and I mentioned him not too long ago, a brother by the name of Keith Murphy. And when Keith would do his show, he did I think it was the morning, was Eric Vaughn's show, the morning magazine? But Keith did his show in a magazine format. So he brought the story up and he talked about it. And then he would always say, turning the page. So he allotted so much conversation per subject matter. And I don't care. The phones could be blowing up, bam, bam, bam. And Keith would always say, turning the page. And I remember like having a moment when you frustrated because it's like clearly this is a hot topic. People got a lot to say. Let it go. But because of how people run their shows and everybody runs their shows differently, Keith was like, no, I got 6 hot topics that are important. We got to get them all in. And then, and I'm trying to remember if he used to have a day where you could come back and kind of hit something that you didn't get to cover in the week. But I'm not that way. I and there are a lot of my colleagues, you come in here with a laundry list of things that you want to talk about. I've had days where I get to 3. I've had days where I get to 1. Like just this week, when we did the tire story, that story consumed the whole show. But I also know that our folks don't have a lot of places to go to be heard and to vent and to have have their frustrations known. So it's like, hey, give it up. Because none of this stuff is going to go anywhere. I can come back later usually and pick up a subject matter. So I just want to say that, yeah, my style is very, very different in that I am more than willing to spend a lot of time on something if we educate and if we're hearing people out. Let me go to the phone line, though. Got a caller. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. How you doing, sister?
I'm good, bro. How you doing this morning?
Just want to tell you, Jermaine and Debo, love y'all. Thank y'all for the show all year, and hope y'all have a great new year and stay there, okay?
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Happy New Year to you too, family.
Hey, I wanted to tell you what I heard on the news last night about Hannah Duggan's case.
What's that?
Now, Lynn Edelman, I always thought he was a fair judge because he ruled on a lot of things that in the 80s and 90s that favored black people, where the state, where Walker and these Republicans were trying to do things to us. But when he came in on this case for Trump, I suspected something. And the lawyers were on Channel 12 News last night, and they pointed out why they're appealing, because the guy asked them. They said on that misdemeanor charge, the question the jury asked was, if we don't think she's guilty, can we find her not guilty? And the answer was yes. But he said on the felony charge, they asked the same question. If we don't think she's guilty, do we have to find her guilty? And said that the answer was yes. And I'm like, that don't make sense. And if that was jury instructions that Lynn Edelman gave them, that's completely wrong. Now, I don't know if that's actually the case or they were just saying that, but that's what they said on the news last night. So.
No, that absolutely. And I'm glad you pointed that out because there were questions about the jury instructions and how you could be found not guilty of, the misdemeanors, but be found guilty of the felony.
Right.
And so I certainly appreciate, and her attorneys are saying this is a long way from over. Let me be clear. They're saying it's a long way from over. But one of the things that happens is you risk now a new jury who may not find you innocent of the misdemeanors.
Right.
And they may not, they may also find you guilty of the felony charge of obstruction. So while I think that there is some room to raise questions, at the end of the day, for me, you opened a door to allow someone to exit. That is a door that is not typically used by defendants or people in that courtroom.
Yeah, public. They said it was
by the
in a public area.
And so you were in effect helping this guy elude ICE.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, and you weren't protecting your courtroom. All of the stuff that they've tried to say, she was trying to maintain order in her courtroom. They weren't disrupting your courtroom. They weren't doing any of that. So I just don't know how you convince everybody on that jury that what she did was not wrong.
So
the jury had a problem somewhere. It wasn't just jury instructions that I think helped people come to that conclusion. So I just think she got to be careful, in how she plays this.
So was it entered into evidence that she did take the guy down the hallway? Was that entered into evidence? I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
And she said
that part was well known, and it was a part of the case.
there was audio also that they played that where she said to the attorney, "Get your client out of here."
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that
okay.
split verdict, you know, the lawyers are saying they believe they got, you know, a issue with that split verdict and how, you know, the jury instructions went. But at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this, even if the lawyers are successful and get a new trial and convince a jury to let her off,
Yeah.
Hannah Dugan was still wrong.
Yeah.
She was still wrong.
Okay.
And I love Hannah Dugan, but she was wrong. You ain't had no business letting that man go out that side door. You ain't had no business doing that. You ain't had no business doing that. This was not about protecting your courtroom. You were trying to help this individual.
Especially if it's not something that you do on a regular basis.
Yeah, she was trying to help.
Oh, you can use the
and
side
look,
door.
what's happening to people, and thank you for the call, brother. We appreciate you. Happy holidays to you as well. What's happening to people is disgusting. And the CBS story that Barry Weiss tried to kill and was so inept that the story ended up running in Canada. And now we've all seen it. For the folks that, you know, was out here looking for it on the internet, you can now see this segment in which they talk about how these detainees that ICE have picked up have been taken to CCOT, and the way these people have been abused and beaten. And that's the thing too. I don't care if I disagree with people or people illegally coming into this country, that you should be deported. Okay, let's just say I agree with that. I don't disagree that we got to have a better system for people to come into this country. I don't disagree. But I disagree with people being abused. And I disagree with the mentality that just because I don't like what you did, that you're a throwaway individual and whatever happens to you, let that happen. So remember I mentioned the Supreme Court ruling earlier in the show when I talked about the fact that they have said we're not going to mess with the lower court's decision in Illinois, and Trump cannot commandeer the Illinois National Guard. Remember I said that? Can't bring in National Guard, send them in. Right after that, the Supreme Court justices began to get threats. They were getting death threats. They were getting pizzas sent to their homes. For people that remember, when they send a pizza, that lets you that is crazy people in the atmosphere letting you know, Michelle, I know where you stay. Judge, I don't like the decision that you made. You didn't support my Jesus, aka Trump. I know where you stay. And they send pizzas. Judges have been killed. Judges' family members have been killed. The one judge, her son, killed because of these crazy zealots that follow Donald Trump and think this man is not the next coming of Jesus, but in fact may be Jesus. And so the Supreme Court justices, and I'm sorry, let me tell you my moment, and I got to work on me. I do. Well, I'm not. I'm lying. I ain't working on nothing. I'm like, this some white people nonsense. Ain't nobody black trying to threaten no Supreme Court justice because I don't like that you made a ruling about whether or not the National Guard can be commandeered by Donald Trump and sent into cities on some nonsense and some BS political partisan foolishness. Like, who does this? Who does this? Why am I threatening the life of a justice? You know, I had a whole back and forth with my brother who lives in Georgia. I don't know how many of y'all have seen the viral videos of Fani Willis when she went to go testify before the legislature in Georgia, committee hearings looking into the whole investigation of Donald Trump and election fraud. So Fani Willis showed up in an all-white suit. It looked like she was going to Usher's Day or Women's Day at the church. I mean, with the cape. I think it had fur lining. Fani Willis showed up looking like a hoe. Yeah, This a statement. This whole outfit right here, yeah, this a statement. And she was hood to death. in the hearing. At one point, they was asking her a question, and she told her lawyer, who I think was a former governor, it's a stupid A question. I'm not answering that. It's a stupid A question. And her lawyer was like, I know. Just decide if you go answer the question, then go ahead. She handled them people so crazy. And her demeanor was so some people would say combative. Some people would say hood. My brother was like, she hood, Michelle. And I was like, but this woman no longer lives in her home and has not lived in her home for 5 years because of death threats. Because of death threats. She's called the N-word on a regular basis. Her life is threatened on a regular basis. And some of these Republicans are trying to give cover to the fact that Donald Trump picked up a phone and called the election commission. Call the folks in Georgia connected to the elections and said, find me 11,000 votes so that I can beat Joe Biden in Georgia. Find me. Not, I suspect there's voter fraud, blah, blah, blah. Find me 11,000. Like, this was pure and simple. Election interference, what they did with those fake electors, I don't care what nobody say. All that stuff was voter fraud. What Donald Trump did was egregious in Georgia. But Fonnie Willis is the bad guy. How was she the bad guy? And, my brother, well, she slept with that dude and she jeopardized the whole case. Fonnie Willis was the only one willing to bring the case in the first place. So she don't get no points for that. You don't get no points for everything you endured. And she handled it meticulously. Like, it was 2 cases that was standing. Fonnie Willis's case and old boy in New York who got him on the tax fraud in New York City. Them was the ride or die cases. So I'm just going to tell people, if you're not the one who can't live in your home for 5 years and your life is being threatened and you being called nigga every time you turn around and you got people trying to harm you. I think about the 2 women with the election commission who had to sue Rudy Giuliani for everything that was done to them. Like, if you're not those people, don't tell me how somebody should act. Just like I say, when black people are killed by the police or by, crazy circumstances, like when Trayvon Martin was killed. And you get people that want to try to tell black people the respectable way to grieve. That and it's not that it's respectable, it's what's acceptable to white folks. Because I don't want to make nobody white uncomfortable in my grief. And so I remember George Stephanopoulos, just as good as day, after Trayvon Martin mom came on, his parents came on. Oh, they were just so, some word to describe, so poised, so whatever. I'm acting a whole fool. You kill mine. You kill Atlas. You kill Derek. I'm acting a whole fool. You will not dictate to me how I grieve. And my brother was like, but she's a district attorney. She's a district attorney who's being berated and dogged and called a nigga every day and who has been run out of her own home for safety and security purposes. You don't get to tell me how she should act. You don't get to. So I'm going to end the show here as we go into Christmas Eve. Or we here at Christmas Eve, but we just go into Christmas. We got a lot to be thankful for as a community. We've been given a lot of space and opportunity. And I think about our ancestors and what they've been through. And even though it seems like doors close, the world is changing in front of us, you are attacked because you are of a certain color, a gender, sexual orientation. People believe you shouldn't have access. I was going to talk about the Kennedy Center, but I just decided I don't want to because all of it is tomfoolery. All of it. All of it is Trump foolery. It really is. Um, always find a way to stay centered, to bring back whatever joy, happiness you can find, because this stuff will eat away at you, because you see the unfairness, you see the inequity, you see the double standards, you see the outright lies, you see people playing in your face, and you want to scream. But you are of no use to us in terms of the community, in terms of the global majority, in terms of the world, if you let these people get the best of you. So this isn't my end of year show, but it's a reminder. Make time tomorrow for some peace, for some joy, because we all gonna convene, and somebody gonna inevitably say, "What about what Trump did with them boats?" And give yourself a holiday from ignorance. And if you find that you have nothing else to talk about but politics at your table, as much as I love politics, then there's a problem. There is not balance. Have balance. Have joy tomorrow, even if it's by yourself, with your music, your food, with your favorite show. Have joy tomorrow. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Bros in the studio, thank you. To the listeners who make this go every day, Merry Christmas. And as Keith says, God willing, and the creek don't rise. I will talk to you next week as we bring in the new year. Peace, y'all.